What do you think of when you hear Stephen Curry and Chris Paul in one sentence? There are many moments these two NBA superstars shared the spotlight on and off the court, but this instance started it all. During the 2014 playoffs, CP3 fouled Steph during Game 3 of the first round, resulting in Curry getting off-balanced. 9 years later, during a game between the Warriors against the Suns, Curry mouthed, "This ain't 2014 no more," to Chris. This leads us to think that the Chief never forgot what happened between them all this time. However, these two powerhouse players ended up on the same team, wearing the Golden State Warriors uniform. Imagine this. Wardell Stephen Curry II, a Charlotte native, grew up with basketball as his second language. Why is this? Well, it's because his dad, Dell Curry, was a sharpshooter in the NBA. So the basketball court was like his second home. Now let's swing our attention to Lewisville, to Chris Emmanuel Paul, soaking up wisdom from his grandpa. It was like his destiny was written in the court's hardwood. Both their basketball careers started in North Carolina. Soon their careers will also join together in a way where they'd get to have what we call a love-hate relationship. Right from the beginning, the baby-faced assassin and the point god were offered walk-on spots at their top choices of college schools. Paul was offered a walk-on at the University of North Carolina, UNC, while Curry was offered a walk-on by Virginia Tech. In the end, CP3 took college basketball by storm at Wake Forest University, a school closer to his home. His passes were so slick that they seemed to have a mind of their own. Stephen Curry, on the other hand, chose to shine at Davidson College. He accepted their offer as they'd been recruiting him since he was in 10th grade. During his sophomore year, Curry led his underdog team to the NCAA tournament's Elite Eight. Their success left jaws dropped and records broken. While playing at their respective colleges, CP3 and Curry embraced different play styles. Both brought success to the court, and their teams were more than impressed. With their numbers lining up, it's undeniable that the two will soon be drafted in the NBA. Fast forward to 2005, when the New Orleans Hornets drafted CP3. His first season was like a fireworks show, dazzling, brilliant, and impossible to look away from. He was officially the Rookie of the Year and had the basketball world buzzing. Then, in 2008, the Golden State Warriors welcomed Steph Curry.
The Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry.
His rookie season was a showcase of his deadly shooting skills and his perseverance that we still see to this day. Then the stars aligned. The Hornets and Warriors clashed. It was the start of a rivalry that would etch their names in the annals of basketball history. But long before their rivalry and what others could mistake for animosity on the court, Paul actually acted as a mentor for Steph. At the time, Steph was just fresh out of college. It was his first time entering the big leagues, and he even said it's amazing having Paul added to the locker room.
Going way back to North Carolina days and him kind of being my mentor when I was coming out of college.
Considering all the history they've had before. After Chris's mentorship, Steph gradually unleashed the beast within him, and he's shown that he has what it takes to be a legend on the court. In just 5 years, the chef finally achieved his first NBA championship with the Golden State Warriors. The point god, on the other hand, still doesn't have one. He might have been bitter and jealous of this fact, we don't know. But throughout their many encounters in the NBA's regular season, Curry won 22 of them. The two tied in playoffs with 9 wins, but the Warriors, where Curry is drafted in, went ahead to step foot in the finals of the 2018 and 2019 playoffs. Steph Curry also had 4 rings already won throughout his professional basketball career. Having these achievements, he already made a name for himself. He proved that he's one of the greatest point guards of all time, while CP3 is still chasing his first ring. There's a huge possibility that the Warriors were a huge obstacle for CP3 to achieve the ring. This is by preventing him from advancing in the playoffs for 2 consecutive years. It's when he was still playing for the Houston Rockets, 2017 to 2019. This didn't help with his rivalry with Steph Curry. Draymond Green, another player from the Dubs, GSW, also had a comment about CP3. In an interview, he shared his opinion when it comes to the point guard's relationship with Curry. He shared what he senses about the underlying dynamics going on between the two and the matters concerning Steph and CP3.
I don't like CP at all. Like, we don't have a good relationship at all, but I respect his hustle and I respect his IQ. He's smart as hell.
It's important to point out that Green said this a few years ago. From someone who had a rivals to partners relationship with LeBron James, what could look like hatred one day could turn into a better, more positive relationship the next day. Who knows? Maybe one day he'll change his opinion about CP3. Anyway, the rivalry of Paul and Curry in the ring didn't stop there. In one game in 2023, when the Warriors were matched up to play against the Suns, Curry got through Paul's defense. After scoring an N1 basket, he shouted, "This ain't 2014 no more." With this statement, we can't help but think back about what could have happened in 2014. To which Chris Paul responded with the following video after a reporter asked him about it.
I don't know what happened in 2014.
When Curry was asked about what he said and why he said it after that game, he didn't give a clear answer. He remained vague, leaving the fans wondering about what could be the real reason. However, CP3 seems unfazed with this love-hate relationship he has going on with Steph Curry. It poses no problem at all with his relationship with his new team from the Bay Area. He became a Warrior through trade-offs in exchange for guard Jordan Poole. CP3 even said, "I'm excited to get a chance to play alongside him." He's referring to Steph Curry in this. He also recalled the times when they were both at each other's weddings.
And my wife was at his wedding. I think him and his wife was at our wedding.
Hold up, folks. This rivalry wasn't just about basketball. It's more than that. It was a clash of generations, styles, and hearts. Chris Paul's game was a nod to the classic point guard finesse. Stephen Curry was rewriting the rulebook with his three-point magic. Their on-court battles were like a dynamic dance of skills, strategy, and sheer determination. But here's the heartwarming twist. Beneath the fierce competition, a bond of mutual respect blossomed. This just proves that greatness recognizes greatness. From their roots, through the roller coaster rookie ride, to the showdowns that sent shockwaves, Stephen Curry and Chris Paul gave us a front row seat to the thrill of basketball. The bond that they shared since they were in their rookie days will always be special, and that bond never faded, even if they set foot into the big leagues. Sure, there are some undeniably intense moments between them in court. Even so, we can still see that when they're off the court, there's friendship and love. And that's not exclusive to just the two of them, because it extends to their families. Thanks for hanging out with us on this whirlwind tour of Curry and Paul's basketball odyssey. If you're as hooked as we are, keep exploring Mr. and Mrs. Rich for other similar videos.